can't sleep, just wait. You can sleep, but stop.
Jay Curtis Strickland here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Click on that bell for notifications. Today, Chubby Fresh in the house, drummer of One Life Crew, controversial, notorious hardcore band. And, you know, it's interesting how I got connected with you because somebody subscribed to the YouTube channel with your name.
Ain't me. I don't really go on all these. I mean, you know, I'm on Instagram and stuff, but a couple years ago, I started getting our music on YouTube, everything, and we're like, we don't go on this stuff, you know. And it comes back that it was Dwid. I got all the paperwork from the FBI. It comes back to Dark Empire Records. This is the first time I'm making this. Just you know, we never go live, do these interviews. We never do nothing. It's just I thought it was funny. He just hit me up. I saw Blaze was on it, and John Joseph, Richie, you know, Wisman Change, good friend of mine. He yeah. But yeah, I got FBI paperwork, bro. Back to Dark Empire Records in Belgium. He did a bunch of stuff. He made some shirts that said mocked him up and said "fuck BLM" with my hometown logo, which is my clothing brand. Long story short, it went viral all over here. He went all over the thing, and I lost my lease. I was in the mall for 18 years with BLM. They thought I made that shirt, and I don't like BLM as it is. I think I mean BLM's not black people. BLM.
No, it's all white liberal.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not into that stuff. I mean, I've never been into that stuff, but you know, but if you ever want to talk politics, you got to get me and Steve on because Steve's like he's the one who talks all that. But
oh yeah, I definitely love to have him on.
Well, he never does. That's one thing. Me and Steve, no, because he doesn't do interviews. Steve's very Steve. We've been best friends since we were kids. And see, I always say it like this in our bands. Like, so I'm as straight edge. We're both straight edge our whole life. Never had anything ever. But I'm his straight edge best friend drummer, and he's the singer with all the lyrics and the you know stuff. And I would never be in a band like everyone. You know, One Life Crew racist. These you know back in the day, I would never be in a racist band. You can't in a straight edge hardcore band. It makes no sense. His lyrics are very in your face, but that's what made the band.
Right. And it's you know, there's a lot of like people misconstrue having American values and, you know, wanting to preserve the original tenets that were set forth in this country. People perceive that as, you know, the new buzzwords are racism, white supremacy, all this other stuff. And you know, we're talking about pure disgust, you know, Agnostic Front had public assistance, you know, and so it was
it's okay for certain bands to do stuff. And again, I think Agnostic Front, Victim in Pain, hands down best hardcore record of all time.
Yeah.
And we can get it. If we could do top 5, we can go on forever. But I mean,
I actually got some questions, and I kind of want to revisit the whole Dwid thing again because you know, like I said, that kind of threw me. You know, like I definitely had a few integrity albums growing up.
It's not integrity. Listen, I'm not gonna come on and like cry. That's not integrity. He changed the name, the logo of the band, all heavy metal and on a metal label, and now he had the guy Igor from Sepultura, which I knew that guy. Met him one time with Andrew.
Drummer, right?
They played, but you don't redo the. Listen, you know how many people have hit me up and said, "Why would you redo the drums with those from out?" That's a classic, one of the top hardcore albums of all time, and he only does that because he. And again, just so we know on the same page, I don't care that what he does. You know what I'm saying? He make your money. That's his band. That's your livelihood. God bless him.
Right.
Don't change the. I've never got a copy of anything. You know what I'm saying? But change the drums is like just, I mean, the most insane thing to do because you're mad. You don't like someone. I mean, I haven't talked to that kid in 17 years. We were best friends.
Wait, did you play on one of those albums?
What?
Did you play on one of those albums?
In Integrity? I'm the original drummer.
Yeah.
I played on
no fucking way. I did not even know that. I feel so terrible.
Dude,
I didn't know my hardcore history.
On our 7-inch, our demo tape.
Yeah.
Those here tomorrow. to Die For. But see, being friends with Dwid, you know, like all those records, like I was in the band for many years, but it's like a dolphin in and out of the water because I'm in the band, I'm out of the band, I'm in the band. It's just that was back then, you know what I'm saying? You can't deal with that kid for much long. But then in 2003, we put out To Die For with Blaze, and me and Dwid are the original members, and we were gone for like 18 months, and we went over. I mean, so I did that. I did Die Hard. We did Bowel. You know, I did some tours with Ringworm. My friends, you being a local drummer, but I'm the original. When you do something like that and put out, it's just stupid. Do what you do.
I mean, those first few albums are fucking stellar, man. Like, I only knew you from the OLC connection. I wasn't aware you played on those first, Overload and fucking, dude, fucking killer albums. It's a shame that things had to go south that way, you know.
And again, I'm not mad. That's his thing. That's his livelihood. I'm not mad. I just never got a copy of anything. I don't need any of his money because, like I said, that's his income. Do what you do. But yeah, that's just that's the thing with that. It's just kind of it is what it is. I mean, people, they're just shiesty people.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, man. It's all over. It's so pervasive, like all over the place. Well, I sort of co-opted this from Richie's show because I thought it was really like, compelling and stuff. But, he asks questions. And as we kind of just put this together at the last minute, the guest typically prepares questions. I don't know if you've seen some of his episodes with that. But so I got a few questions. And I always ask people this question. Okay. If you could wipe one band off the face of the earth, like Eternal Sign of the Spotless Mind style, nobody ever fucking knew they existed, anything like that, who would it be? It can be hardcore, non-hardcore, whatever.
Man, I like all sorts of music. I mean, today in the shower, I had my radio there. I was listening to Zeppelin. You know what I mean? Like, and then when I was in my car, I was listening to like Whitesnake. I mean, I'm all over the place. And of course, I was listening to Terror. I love Terror.
Sure.
Agnostic Front. A band you can get rid of forever.
Forever.
I mean, I called this person. I don't like country, but I mean, country. So guys go there for the girls, and the girls go there for the band. But man,
I mean, if you want to pick up a shit, go to a fucking country concert,
Yeah. No, I'm trying to think of My friends are in the other room. They love country. She just went to some country thing.
Which show was it?
I mean, what's the last show you went to? Luke Bryan. Bryant?
Oh, he's like a newer artist, isn't he? Okay.
Country. All that country stuff. It's rock and roll. It ain't country.
No, he's country.
Well, it's more pop now than anything, Like I hear what they had a song about fucking Applebee's or some shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's an Applebee's song. I'll take a girl to Applebee's.
Is that Luke Bryan?
Shit like that.
Is that Luke Bryan?
Because that's what they listened to her daughter in the car the other day. Listening to stuff. It's kind of weird. I would say Screwdriver.
Oh, okay.
Get rid of him, and I'll say this: hardcore back in the day. People like that because it was hardcore. I mean, their message is completely just stupid. That's why Right. But then people compare them to us, and I think that's so dumb. That's just,
Blaze. I was just gonna say, Blaze came on and cleared the air about that. I said, "What's the biggest misconception about One Life Crew?" And he was like, the fact that we're like horrible, they think that we're horrible racists or something like that, and he was like, those dudes don't have a racist bone in their body, And so it's really unfair when it gets lumped in with all this shit, Do you feel as though they're getting other things wrong about the group if there's anything else that they're kind of missing the mark with?
They're just, you look at the kids nowadays, the kids who hate us, they're more liberal, weirdo looking kids. They're not hardcore. Hardcore is hardcore. We're 52 years old dudes,
Right.
Hardcore's hard. It's not like the, poppy stuff, which is fine. Do what you do. But hardcore, you got to have thick skin. You should be allowed to say what you want. It's hardcore. You know, if Steve always said on our first record, he said Oklahoma was only the beginning. Look what happened after Oklahoma, 9/11, all this stuff. And listen, I'm not educated on the stuff Steve talks about, but I mean, from seeing stuff for years, like his lyrics, like to pure disgust when people got mad. But you got to understand something. That song that people hated, that's a racist song, that's probably one of the most covered songs by hardcore bands ever. Because the stomp was a very good stomp, Murderous stomp, but you're talking about people coming over to the country illegally. You're not talking about people who do stuff legally. Say me and you went to dinner, we left, we didn't pay. That's illegal. Say we went to the gas station, we stole a Snickers bar. That's illegal. But
Right.
certain people, certain weirdo kids, leave them alone. Leave them alone. No, you got to.
Right.
There has to be repercussion. Look at the kids in the world today. They're horrible. They're bad. They don't listen to their parents. And look at our world.
One thing too about the illegal immigrants, like people don't realize, because I lived in LA for a period, and people don't realize I worked as a doorman at a strip club, and the sex trafficking throughout that, or attempted sex trafficking, it was a legit club. We wouldn't allow that if we were privy to it, but it was huge.
Let me ask you a question.
It was everywhere. What's up?
People are saying stuff like right here, a Facebook user. So this is on Facebook?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's answer that.
Yeah. Hey, that was a cool New Jersey show. Our other band, Bowel, played, and Mean Steve sings for Bowel, but he wasn't on tour with us. So our guitarist Integrity, Chris Smith, he sang. We just did a Bowel set. But whoever that Facebook user is, yeah, Ringworm canceled. I didn't even know they were supposed to play. That was in '94. Yeah. So cool.
Oh shit.
Cool.
Yeah, I met Three Guns one time. Really, really solid dude. When he was playing with
funny,
Terror,
dude.
we opened for him. Yeah, he was pretty fucking funny.
It's just funny. We just had Chipotle, and I used his Florida Frank hot sauce. So he has his own hot sauce, and
Shit.
The funny story I'll tell you is funny story on Ringworm. Me and Dwid, we were in Integrity, and back in the day, and we heard these kids. We met them at a playground out where they live on the west side. We were east side, and I don't know if we were scouting. I don't know what we were doing. Just scouting them out. Not scouting them out like we're some big things. We're hardcore kids, fucking 19 years old. But we met them, and they went to their, I think it was James's mom, where he lived in his apartment, and they practiced in the bedroom. We're like, okay, they're cool. They're friends ever since that day. We met them, and I filled in for a little tour. Ringworm, we headlined No Warnings, a Canadian tour. On the drums for Ringworm, I played, and he was in Integrity, obviously. And he was, I don't even know if we actually did a band, which In Cold Blood, the band that In Cold Blood was before Cold Blood was called Scarred for Life. It was
right.
No. It's Lenny, Aaron, Blaze, me, and Frank. Frank sang. A week before we did Integrity, we did a Warp Tour. We played a Integrity show, and we did one song, and Frank, Three Gun, we sang, we did like one little thing, but then all those songs became In Cold Blood songs. But Frank, Frank's a rock star. Like, being a young kid, Frank's a very he's loves music, and Frank's like one of our only friends that he can call up Gene Simmons, Blue Oyster Cult, Kansas, Frank's a he's a great dude. Frank Three Guns amazing.
Get the fuck out of here.
He's the funniest guy. Awesome. Like he's funny, dude.
And it was really cool to see him. Like, he was standing outside the door and being like, "Hey man, thanks for coming," and like handing out stuff, and like
he's a hardcore
just really
kid.
Really solid, Yeah.
But see, Jamie Josta,
solid dude.
Jamie Josta sits in the bus, doesn't ever come out and talk to nobody.
That is partially true, maybe, but we played with Hatebreed, and when my head was shaved, the club owners like, dude, you're like Jamie's little brother or something, and they brought me up to Jamie, and of course he was Red Bull and vodka, and like he looked at me, whoa, It's like, and you know, he didn't really talk to me other than that, you know.
Yeah, we got.
But I don't. I never.
We were Integrity. We were like one of the bigger hardcore bands back in the day. Like I was sick of it all, like for hardcore-ish bands, and
fuck yeah.
We played shows all around the East Coast, and Jamie's band was called Josh the 14.
Right.
And we took them on the road with us. We paid them out of our own pocket to bring those bands on the road. And then years later, like he's a millionaire, right? Like right now, he's a millionaire. Right. God bless him. He did MTV thing. He did what he had to do.
Right.
You know, he doesn't like me probably, but life goes on.
Well, it's funny. You know, I always think straight edge kids have like the most unity or whatever. Cause like I had a buddy that like,
dude.
Oh, he's straight edge, like instant brother, and I was like, dude, do you not like, are there straight edge people that you don't like? And your name was dropped. And I was like, why? He's like, yeah, I don't want to like, throw him under the bus or anything or, delve into that. But, it's funny that there's no, like, people have different beliefs and stuff, and people have different ideas.
There's no unity in the scene. There's no unity in the hardcore scene. It's whose ass you can kiss and who's your friends with. You can get on the shows. Look, dude, and again, I'm not going to say names. Look at the shows. Every show is the same bands. And new bands, and I hate to be a goofball, all these bands suck. They sound like every band sounds like that beatdown shit. They all sound the same. I don't. That ain't hardcore. Hardcore's fast parts, build up, sing-alongs, tom beats. That new stuff's not hardcore. That's like it's more of a metalcore, hard metal.
Yeah.
I don't
Speaking of metalcore, do you know John Marino?
John Marino
from Cleveland. He was in a band called Outcry. He's in a band now called Circle Back. He said he was a friend of yours.
John Marino.
Well, what's up, John?
I'm old. I don't remember that.
We're dropping your name, brother. Okay, so
sorry.
And we were back to the question thing. Like, I'm going to answer my own question because, we can go back and forth since we're not, trading off questions. But if there was one band that I had to wipe off the face of the earth, it's not even a hardcore band. It's the Red Hot fucking Chili Peppers. Goddamn. What an awful band. They're the fucking worst.
You know what? It's funny with stuff like that because back in the day, like Chili Peppers, Suicidal, those were hardcore bands.
I know, right?
I remember Nirvana opened up for Face Value. They didn't like open for them, but they put them on a show, but no one knew who they were. Next week they're huge,
right?
But all those bands were more hardcore. Now they're metal. But my buddy does sound for them on a tour like 5 years ago, and me and my girl sat there in the table booth, the mixing board in the middle of the floor. I'm not into them. But they don't bother me. They're historical, they're legendary. But I hear you. It's not for everybody.
No. If there was one non-hardcore band you could wipe off the face of the planet, who would it be?
I love it. See, I like metal. I like Poison, Motley Crue. Some of my favorite. You can hear my drumming, and my drumming is very Tommy Lee, Youth of Today. I always say, if you took Tommy Lee from Motley Crue and Youth of Today, you mix those two bands with Slayer. That's how my drums, are. But these new drummers are insane. I couldn't play like these new drummers. These new drummers are just insane. God, I don't even.
They got nothing but time and resources,
You know the thing is if you plan on making money with it, good. But I know some of these bands go on tour. They have to have a job because there's no money.
Right.
And again, it's just whose ass you kiss. I'm not saying names, but every festival, the promoter, if you're not friends with him, you don't get on. Like, what about the good bands? Every fest is the same bands. Just saying.
Pretty much. Yeah, a little bit.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah. So back to questions. So, okay. I was thinking about this one. 2 albums from your lifetime. The first one, you have to think of a low point in your life and what album you were listening to at the time and kind of why it resonated with you. and then think of like the absolute best fucking time of your life and what album or music you were listening to then.
This is my little stepdaughter. She's like, "What are you doing over here?"
Hey, how are you?
That cheer practice.
Just joining the stream.
No, he's just asking me questions about my bands and stuff. Well, here, I'll say this, okay?
All right.
Stromae's Age of Quarrel, if you're ever in a bad mood, you put that on and just the whole record it's from open to, not one song's bad. Age of Quarrel is a great record.
Oh, no.
And then what'd you say? And then if there was no Madball Set It Off, there'd be no One Life Crew. That record, me and Blaze and Steve, they went to Kent State, and I just took off a year and hung out. I was like Mr. Belvedere. I drove them to school, cooked. You know what I'm saying? From touring all the time, I lived with those guys. Those were my best friends at the time, and I just was just hanging with your boys. But if you listen to Set It Off the beginning, and you listen to Crime Society, it's the same sirens and horns and cop cars and that record. If there wasn't that record, it would probably be "Don't Call My Phone, Moron." She's in another room calling my phone.
There'd be no OLC.
There'd be no OLC. Period.
Wow.
That's
now,
a fact.
to speak of crime-ridden society, it's nearly fucking impossible to find. And I heard it a long time ago. And, I went to go see if I could stream it or purchase it. And it is nary a place to be found.
Well, I just told you, Dwid used my name to do all this stuff. And
that's what that was for.
Everything's taken down. He took everything. And listen, this isn't a live thing to bash him. I'm just telling those are facts.
Sure. No doubt.
I'm saying I got paperwork from the FBI that goes back to Belgium. It's just what it is.
God.
I mean, that's just what it is. It's not
holy terror, right? Yeah. No doubt. And it's such a fucking shame too. First of all, because just kind of a candy ass childish thing to do, and then
anyone's tough over here. They're like this.
Right, exactly. I was gonna say, secondly, that album is hard as fuck. Like it should be accessible. It should be accessible to people.
Well, I got one story for you. It was supposed to be out 2 years ago. Rob Orr, who was in Integrity and friends with Blaze, his friend who sings in that band Face Wreck.
Yeah,
was that kid's a complete nerd, and his band another horrible band. Yeah, that band should be that should be taken off the earth. So I met with him, and when you're a little kid in Pittsburgh, you don't know any better.
Yeah,
and you're gonna put out a crime-ridden society. Not that we're big, not that we're cool, but that record is just a classic, okay?
Right.
With cheese, just because we're fat.
For sure.
So we were gonna do it. He was gonna put it out, start a label. I said, you could do it. We met up, and then the layout was gonna be the exact same, but our bass player is a big lawyer in Cleveland, and he didn't want his name on it. So I told him, I said, in the back, take his name off. Put a X over his face or something on the back cover. Not his name, nowhere. And the cover, how our cover's like army colors, this was going to be red, white, and blue. Exact same, but red, white, and blue. And he had his name on it. And then I said, you can't do that. I told you, he can't do that. And then he got some test presses, and he asked me, he says, well, how many is Blaze going to get? I'm like, this is between me and Steve and you. It's none of your business, basically. Oh, Chubby Fresh is an asshole. Then he released the test presses. Remember Chung King Can Suck It by Judge?
Yeah.
Well, he put Chub Fresh Can Suck It, and it's like me on he did 10 covers. Yeah, I mean, just. Yeah. But listen, if you go listen to his band, you ever hear that band Face Wreck?
I haven't heard him. I think I've heard of him though.
They're horrible. He's like, yo, work, mom, yo, work. It's just work. Very corny band. Like,
okay,
very corny. So that would be my band to wipe off because they're corny. I'm just saying. It's just not to be a dick.
I'll have to wipe it off.
So that record was supposed to
be
out.
if I it was supposed to be able to stream and whatnot.
It was supposed to be vinyl. We were pressing like 1,000 vinyls, and they would have went like that. But
okay.
I don't need your money, little dude from Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? I was doing a favor just because I knew the kid Rob Orr, who's integrity from Pittsburgh. We don't need your money. I mean, Steve probably has $1 million in the bank. I mean, not to be funny, probably a half millionaire. I mean, just his parents both passed away. He got a couple dollars. He's worked his whole life. He invests. I don't invest. I don't. I mean, I'm a hardcore. I mean, I don't fucking invest. I mean,
I'm paycheck to paycheck, man. I'm like,
I mean, that's
you know,
me too,
it kind of sucks, but
that's what everybody is too. I mean, unless you're, you know,
I mean
whatever. But then we take it again. Steve's also 52 years old, though. You're not talking about, you know, young kids. I mean, his whole life is he has 5 children. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you got to work hard and save up, you know, because everything is so fucking expensive now. Now, like, okay, I've had this conversation with a few people, and, you know, I think it's fair to say, you know, we both see things on a right political spectrum. Why do people say that there's no place for conservatism or conservative politics in hardcore?
Well, I'll just say this. I don't know nothing about politics. I don't really care to know anything about it. There's nothing that really, but as your thing right there, it should be in everything. Everything should it should be everything should be a part of something. You know what I'm saying? Say your parents raised you Democrat, but you're Republican now. You kind of follow what your family does. You can change your like when you're 18, then you're an adult. Do what you want to do, but the music, everything should be part of the music scene because you have each other. Now, I mean, years ago, you used to go to shows and get beat up by people because you bumped into them. That ain't cool.
Right.
That's the cruise. Yeah. That's all the cruise ever did. I think that's just. If me and you went to a show and we bumped into someone and we get beat up because we were dancing to a band.
Right.
So you should be able to. All that stuff should be in the music. I mean, if you're not a political band, if you're not talking about the world, but look at the way it is now. If if you have an American flag on your shirt, or you're racist, like, dude, you could like your country. You could like Trump. I mean, listen, if anybody who voted for that Biden dude, I don't. And as much as people talk about Trump, I don't know what anyone's thinking they voted for that guy. I mean, Trump is a businessman. Yeah, he shouldn't be on Twitter crazy, but he's a businessman. Your country was better. This guy,
yeah.
Your country you're in.
Yeah, he's got his fucking oatmeal dripping out the side of his mouth. You know, like the guy does not need to be in politics.
And I'm not going to sit there and say Trump should either, or Obama, or whoever. We're just saying those people we're talking about. But I think everything should be part of your life. I mean, you got to know who to vote for. You got to know what to vote for. I mean, gas was over $5 a gallon. That's So, right as you said before, when you said check to check, how are people check to check who don't make a lot of money? How are they supposed to put gas in their car? That's their whole check is gas.
Pretty much. Imagine being in like New York or California right now. The gas prices are fucking.
So research before you vote, or just research the world.
Yeah.
I mean, let me tell you something. Me and Steve went to law school, went to college. He knows what he's talking about. The way he said it, like pure discuss, like, don't come over here. We don't want you. Country for Americans. Vultures won't rule. Stay in your rat land. Die of AIDS kind of. That's hardcore. I mean, how are you supposed to say it? I mean, that's how you say it. Now, I mean, I remember all these kids that had our records and they like broke them and put swastikas on it. These girls look like dudes, and the dudes look weird. I mean, those people. I don't care if you buy my record.
Right.
You're not hardcore.
They didn't make it for you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we didn't make it for you. I mean, but the whole thing in the world, like, people want to talk about like if you got all these bands, on their Facebook pages, like support BLM and support transgendery things, like, dude, I don't care what anyone does. Okay? The only thing I say is I don't want a man who thinks he's a girl go in the bathroom where my daughter's in.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I say. I don't care if you're gay, black, white, a dog, a sheep. It doesn't things like that. And like if you're under 18, I don't think you should be any way except if you're a boy or a girl. When you're 18, I think the parents, I think the parents should do a better job to let your kid.
It's borderline child abuse.
We just said that. Didn't you say that?
Yeah.
Alyssa? What? We said that no, I think the other girl said it's more like it's abuse to these kids if you're 15 or 9, 10, 11, 12 years old and you're a girl, but you what's that? I forget that word they said, but you go as a boy, like you're a girl.
Non-binary or
I forgot what it is. But then they have another bathroom now. There's a girl bathroom and a boy bathroom. I know that's a whole other topic and people are probably say that guy's an asshole, but I that's just
what they say to me. What they say to me is you're parroting talking points. You're saying things that people have already said. And I'm like, well, guess what? Like, if the ideas are good, why wouldn't I champion them and make them my own? Like, or even if they're bad ideas, like just try to, have a position on why you believe that. You mentioned the voting earlier. Like, you should know who you're voting for and you should know why you believe what you believe. It's not just
they only voted for Biden because they hated Trump. That's the reason they voted for Biden. And a lot of people that I asked this to, they say, well, we hated Trump that much. And now they want to be like, man, we wish we could take our vote back. And that's just what it is. Not probably everybody, but a lot of people. I mean, I don't have a poll up on, Facebook, but that's what they say.
Yeah, the
world's crazy. To fix the world, first of all, you got to be raised right. You got to be kind, respectful, and all that. But it's just a crazy world, man. Instead of these hardcore guys like being bullies and they should be educating the people out there.
True.
More than like these rappers, all they talk about is drugs and drugs.
Yeah.
Sorry, my neighbor just farted.
You're good.
I don't know. It's weird, but anyway, that's my girl over there. That's my neighbor, dude. She just lost 34. She just lost 34 pounds.
Oh, congratulations!
Hey, he said congratulations.
Thanks.
These people when they're up there preaching that you should talk about other things. I mean, something that's going to help the scene. Do something. Give back.
And I'm not edged by any means, but like I don't really agree.
I saw you puffing on that dick.
I got it, man. Yeah. This one looks like it. You can't really see the color of it, but this one, it's like flesh colored. It looks like a tiny dick. It's fucking, it's crazy. I was edged for 10 years, and it was a great period in my life. And I don't deride anyone for being edge, Richie came on is edge, and like, yeah, I think, and that's the thing. Like, I think if anybody can just,
Richie's the king.
Is he?
King.
Yeah. Okay.
He has a new baby.
Oh, congrats.
Baby.
Congrats.
Salute out to Richie Crutch.
Congrats, Richie.
He's an amazing guy.
Yeah, no, and his podcast is great. I guess this would be a perfect opportunity to plug it. Post American Podcast on anywhere you can find podcasts with Richie Crutch. It's fantastic. It's really good. He's a really good host too. And a lot of his guests are like, yeah, he's almost like a psychologist, and like I'm like,
he's
yeah,
a legend now. Not to boost his ego, because I love the guy. He's a legend. When we played years ago, Integrity, we were on tour, and there's a whole thing to beef and stuff, and him and Mahmoud would reach out to all their boys everywhere we went to kind of make sure everything was cool.
Sure.
I mean, it's mafia shit. I mean, they're just him and Mahmoud, Reverb, Reading, Pennsylvania, another class class act. Just
yeah.
He was in One Life Crew. But they're great guys, and they're friends with every crew, every band. They don't have any enemies. Well, they may have enemies.
Yeah.
I don't know. They like they can call up anybody, like from like a DMS, FSU, all those crews, and from every band. Like, dude, they're just that Wisdom and Change. I always tell them
Solid dudes.
They did a different sound, and they're rolling with it, and but unfortunately, like Joe, they can't tour like they want to back in the day, because first of all, you're older, you have family. Joe, they have real jobs. They have great jobs, so it's kind of hard to get off, but they have leniency, but they've got a lot of offers for some big tours. Like, I don't know, it's like the big punk band tours.
Yeah. But they got real like Blood for Blood sound, and Blood for Blood.
They're so unique. They're so unique.
Yeah.
No one's like them. A lot of people try to sound like them now. But see, they mix in like heavy metal, rap, hardcore. They mix everything in.
Yeah. They're hard, man.
Their new drummer, well, not new, that Luke from New York, and I'm as a drummer, he just is a sick drummer. He hits them so hard. Like, back in the day, I used to hit drums real hard. People always say, "Oh, he's hard," but now I see all these drummers. Now I'm like, "Oh my god, dude! I should sell my drums." I don't know if I'll even play again.
I was about to ask you, do you still play?
Well, at my warehouse, I have my drum set up. When I go there, I'll be like, I'll do some stuff. But
yeah,
if there was an offer, we would do something like we get kind of offers like for Europe for One Life Crew and stuff. But we're not young dudes like that anymore to go do stuff. It
gets harder and harder.
I would like to play some shows, but the thing is like this. These shows and stuff are just. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And it's not to put down anybody. I just don't care. Let them do the stuff. Yeah. We could always do a show here and there. But One Life Crew was we were never a big band. We just came from, ex-members of Integrity, Confront. That's why that band, we had a record deal with Victory before we were even on. It's probably because of Dwid, because he was that was our best friend and stuff. But, for a band to get kicked off a straight edge label per se, back in the day, it was straight edge.
Victory was straight edge, technically?
Well, I'm just saying, when they first started, they had Strife, Earth Crisis, us.
Right.
Those are all straight edge bands. That was like, I don't know if that label was straight edge, but Victory was the biggest label out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
And then we had a record deal before we even had a song. So,
that this album needs. Wait, so the vinyl, you were talking about the vinyl repress that was supposed to come out years ago, because I remember they were talking about that, and I saw like the liner notes and all the, Jamie's on there, Scott Vogel's on there. Like, man, this is like the definitive.
We did that with God, what label was that? Our friend Nick, who played in One Life Crew. He's in that band, Live It Down from Cleveland now. He's in Know the Score. Double or Nothing Records. He put that out. We had our friends do that.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
So I would put it out. We had the money to put it out. We would sell them. But we just don't know how to. We don't have like the reels. I know we just had to take a CD and they'd have to do something. We have to, kind of rig it up. Not like we don't have the reels. I don't know what the hell those things are at. That was 30 years ago. I did just find my Die Hard reels. I found the big tape. But I would put it out, but we need some help. I don't know. We don't know how to do that.
Hey, TF Media Group is going to be putting out albums. I would love to put out Crime Ridden Society in any format. That's an offer.
Well, I'm gonna PM you my number when we're done.
Perfect. I want that album so bad that I will put my own money in to put it out. That's how bad I want to hear that album again.
The thing is, you go on a label, they're gonna screw you. That's why we would do it ourselves. But I would let anyone do it because I don't really care as long as it got out and like you know what I'm saying, like no other bands do that. No
Right.
other bands go on their Facebook pages and go live. No other bands go on their Facebook and hit up people on it and talk to them. And people love the crime. People love the crime just because certain kids don't like it. It doesn't matter what you listen. You may be a vegan. I just had Chipotle bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, but who cares who you are and what you do?
Right. Exactly.
Like we're older. We don't care.
That's the thing. Like, you know, I mean, I'm almost 40. And like our generation, we didn't give a shit about that. Like the hardcore scene, for the most part, at least in North Carolina, was like a melting pot, you know, like everybody, we had, you know, Christians, vegans, atheists, Krishnas, like all sorts of different walks of life.
But that was hardcore. Everyone's accepted. And what happened was people bullied people, brought guns to shows, and they ruined it.
Yep.
If anyone sits there and says different, then that's just ignorance. That's a lie.
For sure. Yeah. It's a shame to see, like, you know, the whole just the mindset, like just the ignorance of people, you know, the fact that, you know, the hardcore scene is a good thing, and it's a good melting pot, and a good like nucleus for people to you know, like exchange ideas and maybe we'll make some music.
Show shouldn't be $25.
Yeah, and you know, I don't want to say that. I mean, what would you charge for a show now? Like OLC, $10?
Well, I mean, our guarantee's $1,500. But I would do a free show. It's not. It costs. Here's the thing, though. It costs us. I'm telling me and Steve to FaceTime me real quick.
Oh shit!
It costs for Steve lives in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I live in Cleveland. You know, I mean.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think bands deserve to make some money, especially in Joe Biden's America right now. You know, because it's like, I don't want to say I'd fault somebody for charging $25, but simultaneously, I get it. You know,
because their guarantees are high. I don't think a hardcore show should be $25. That's just. Yeah. I mean, we're older. It was like $5. I saw all these flyers like. They come up in my time and people send them to me. Like I just said to Scott from Terror, actually, is Judge, Integrity, Edgewise, and Endpoint in Kentucky, where Endpoint was from, and that was probably 91, probably 89, and $6. But gas was also 79 cents a gallon, probably.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's fucking Fugazi prices, you know. I don't think we'll ever fucking see that from any fucking band again. I don't even think Fugazi would do it for that much.
Well, here's the thing, though. If we did like a local show in Cleveland, and Steve only lives 4 hours away, I would do like if we put a CD out, we'll do a show here. Yeah. Free show.
Fuck yeah. Free. We got to get you guys, dude. We got to get you guys down at the Milestone. And
what part of North Carolina are you from?
I'm near Charlotte, so you know we used to have.
You ever been to 510 Tattoos?
No, I'm recently back. I spent 5 years out in LA. So is it like a newer shop?
No, that's hardcore guys own that.
Who is it? I might know him.
Matt Simmons.
Is that Matt Skinny Bagwell?
Matt
Skinny. Kind of looks like he's in the military, has a bunch of tattoos, and used to be a bouncer and shit. Matt Bagwell. No. It might not be him. Okay. Because I know he tattooed for a minute.
I think it's 510 Tattoos. I forgot what it. Oh, here.
Okay.
Yeah, right here. 510 Expert Tattoo, Charlotte, East 35th Street.
Okay. Who are the artists?
Justin Pierce, Matt Simmons, Logan McCandems. I don't know. And yeah. But they
are they in any bands or anything?
I don't really think so. But they're
okay.
This is my buddy from Charlotte. I love Charlotte. Charlotte's a very cool place. It's one of my places. If I could move, I'd move down by Charlotte. I like Charlotte.
Nice. And so you're still up in Clevo area now, right?
Yeah, I'm Cleveland for life.
Nice. Well, I mean, I talked to Blaze about this. Like, what keeps you in Cleveland? I mean, aside from like family and career and other things.
Family. You can't just, I mean, if I had nothing, I can go anywhere I want. Like when I was young, I toured my whole life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, but I got my dog Ginger. She keeps me here.
Nice.
Ginger, come here.
Got your neighbor.
Are we doing a cameo? Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, Ginger?
She's my little. Let me kiss. Hey, kiss your dad.
How old?
She's 7.
Oh wow.
She listens to my little baby. And my neighbor keeps me here. She does an amazing taco bar.
Oh, nice.
I only slept with her once. That's something. It's funny.
Oh my god, free tacos for life then.
No, yeah. No, but she, I live with my girl, and she's her daughter. You can't pick up and go. You just can't.
Yeah, my buddy was talking about that. He's like, bro, you need to get married so you can just like put roots down and like not be doing all this crazy like fucking that you're doing and like being wild. Like you ain't in your early 20s anymore. I'm like, yeah, that's true.
Well, you gotta live your life.
One of these days.
Yeah,
that's true.
Music or snowboarding,
but simultaneously, a good woman's gonna make a good man better.
What kind of good woman is there out there?
No, if there's a good woman and there's a bad man.
Yeah, there's a good woman. What about a bad man?
What's the outcome there?
Hey, here.
Okay. All right, the girl's chiming in. I'm John, by the way. What's your name? Alyssa, hey, what's up? All right. Alyssa's talking from across the room. Now, come on, join in. Yeah. Why not?
She's
okay,
funny.
So what?
Here, go here.
What was your statement, Alyssa?
I said, if there's a good girl and not so good man, what's the outcome there?
I'm a bad dude. I don't.
Bad girl.
Bad.
No, I mean,
but see, the women think they can make men like good. They're always like, I can change him. I can make him better. Like maybe that'll happen, but I don't think you should. This is just based on personal experience. I don't think anybody should go into a relationship trying to intentionally better somebody. Like a relationship coach that I follow says, people that are in a relationship need to be two complete people that come together and share in their completion.
Who the fuck's complete?
Me.
I mean,
you better drive the truck down your street, bro. The bus will stop and whoop your ass. There's a lot of history. My brother has a bar at the top of the street, and she used to work there. And then when I was with my girl here, she lives across the street, like a couple houses down. And we vibe, dude. She's funny, dude.
That's
like
fucking awesome.
Her kids playing with my girl's kid. They're around the same age, and so it's like a family thing. They did cheerleading. She's a cheerleading coach, and they had cheerleading today for the first time. They had the first meeting, and then we did Chipotle, and horrible experience, bro. I mean, let me tell you something. Racism is a two-way street. It's not just white people.
Absolutely.
I got hit. This girl was mumbling. I'm like, I just wanted fresh. I was gonna wait for the rice, and she just started mumbling. I'm like,
I know.
It's just
speak up.
No, that's off the air shit.
Yeah,
I like people, but I hate people.
Right.
How they have. I'm 51, and this girl's probably 15 years old. She's even talking, being disrespectful to the manager. And here it is. Like, I'm in a Chipotle. Me, my girl, like 5 white people, and the rest of the people are all black. And it's not a bad thing. My neighborhood.
Right.
I felt very hurt. I felt scared. I felt disrespected. But I'm not going to say something because you don't know how people are going to react. I mean,
right.
It's the whole world. It's not just white. There's a lot of, there's yellow, there's brown, there's a lot of racism, and it comes in all. It's not just white people.
course.
You know, I think that people, I think the BLM people, the head people. I mean, the videos that I saw were just absurd.
They're racist as shit. I mean, it's in their whole doctrine, you know.
But you're not allowed to say that. You're a white guy. You're not allowed to say that.
But I do, you know, because, and I made a whole video about it, calling them out because, you know, they operate under the veil of like, you know, social justice and things like that, but they're really just Marxist. And in reality, you know, the founder of BLM, exactly, the founder of BLM bought like a fucking 2.5 or 1.5 million dollar house. Yeah. And she's like, oh, we need this for our movement or whatever. It's like, you're full of shit, you know, so like
funny, dude.
Right. You can't sit here and espouse Marxism and then go and do, but you know, I'd get it maybe if you know, if she put in as much work as, you know, anyone else would, you know, maybe a house or something, or maybe a center or something like that. But no, fucking
all these hardcore bands have the Black Lives Matter thing on their websites and everything.
Yep.
You don't even know what the fuck they're about, you nerds.
Right.
Don't have that in hardcore. That dude, don't. And everyone's jocks certain things. Like, you just don't bring stuff like that in, and then you just don't, dude. It's just, you don't know what the listen. When it first came out, I'm like, Black Lives Matter.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Say me and you were at the mall.
Okay.
And we were walking in. And we hear shirts that says "White Lives Matter."
We'd get canceled.
Okay.
Or shot.
Okay. Now, what if you saw black people wearing Black Lives Matter shirts?
Good for them, you know. Like if they want to wear it, you know.
No, don't say nothing to them.
Yeah.
But if you reverse everything, like I see stuff all the time, like you know, like this guy at the park the other day had shirts that My Black Life Matters. Like,
of course.
It's just, I just think that's just not a. Okay, it matters, but what do you have to say? Like, what flag do you have outside your house? Do you have a flag at all or no?
Yeah, sometimes I fly sometimes we fly the American, sometimes, you know, I was in the Marines, sometimes we fly that, and I have a Gadsden that don't fit on me.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks, man.
I can't. I put my head. I'm like, where did my hand go? I try to move it over, but it's, you know.
Thanks,
like,
brother.
I can't go straight. So here's my thing. Okay, in front of my house, I have a couple rocks. I spray painted. One's Italian colors and one's American colors. At the end of the day, if you're born in America, you're American. You're not African American. You're not Italian. You're American. That's right. You're not anything else but American if you're born here. Period.
Right.
Period.
Yep.
That's a fact. Okay. Okay. You live in America, have the flag or military. That's something you'd be proud of for your country.
Sure.
Why do people have to put Black Lives Matter stuff in like a gay flag? I think be proud, but again, we don't have shirts say White Lives Matter.
Right.
You know, why do you have to tell people who you are and what you do?
Yeah, and you know,
I
have an ex-girlfriend that, you know, a buddy of mine were talking today, and like, you know, she's 47 years old, and you know, her whole identity is entrenched in activism and leftist politics, and you know, all the madness that's going on that side. And I'm like, I wonder if she really believes what she's, you know, espousing, or if she's just in so deep and maybe she realizes this is kind of stupid, but she's so deep that she can't.
But they're dude. They're just. I'll tell you again. I'm never going to talk politics because I don't really.
Yeah.
I ask Steve questions. I ask my friends who questions about stuff. I'm not going to sit here and talk about. I thought Trump was a businessman. He took $1 a year instead of taking all the money. I thought he's funny, but I thought he had balls. Okay. So
yeah, exactly.
These people who left, right, whatever. These people are just so crazy, extreme, and maybe you're the fucking reason. Maybe you're at fault. Maybe something's wrong with you.
Might be. I don't know.
And again, I don't care what anyone does. Do what you do.
Sure.
I just think that these people that block the freeways and throw bricks at the police and break windows in cities and
those fuckers may be late for work one time.
I'm saying, but what is that? What is that doing? You're getting people's attention, but I mean,
you're pissing them off.
You're not gonna listen. You think people are gonna win against if you're downtown doing stuff? No, they're gonna take you to jail. But then, why would I go to jail? What was I doing? You threw a brick through the fucking window. You dumb fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, music. All these bands are liberal fruitcakes because their messages are, and I would love to call out every band, dude. It just their messages. No, I'm not too old for that. But their messages are unity. But they're not unity. The fuck you're unified with what? Your crew, your friends. I mean, you're not. There's no unity in anything you say. Everyone's trying to just make money. They're trying, and I get it, make your money, but they're just trying to act cool and positive. It's a weird place. Hardcore is not hardcore. Hardcore is hardcore. It's not like that band. What's that band? That big Turnstile.
I tried, and
listen. I'm not mad. Although that bass player talked shit and he saw me at the Terror Show and didn't say nothing. Not that I'm tough. If you're gonna talk, talk. But your band, that's not hardcore. That's like Green Day to me. That's not a hardcore. And they don't. You know what? These bands don't want to really be hardcore. God bless them. They're huge. I mean,
they want to ride the coattails of hardcore.
And but you know what? It's like these bands that they do the stuff and they come back. You're allowed to come back, but you're not hardcore though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're not hard. And again, if you or any listener around here thinks they're hardcore, that's okay. But I just want to ask you, where's a hardcore? Because they come from hardcore roots? No, that's not a hardcore band. Right. They don't sound like hardcore. I mean, hardcore is Agnostic Front, Cro-Mags,
Madball.
Today, Madball. That's hardcore.
Yeah.
Hard. It makes you want to just, it pumps up, gets you pumped up.
Right.
Not wants you to pogo. I mean, that's not hardcore. But again,
right.
I'm I'm nobody. I'm just saying my opinion. Of course, they'll probably go on here. Who's that guy bashing? I pogo. Hardcore people don't pogo. They don't jump up and down.
What are some bands you've been listening to lately? Even like old, new?
Madball, Agnostic Front, Slayer, always Slayer. Slayer, you can never be in a band. You could put here. My personal favorite bands are Youth of Today, Slayer. I'll just keep hardcore. Agnostic Front, Madball, Killing Time. Those bands are hard. Those are bands you can just listen to forever. Like,
right.
I listen to One Life Crew, Crime Ridden all the time because it's a hard record. It's cool. But like Motley Crue, stuff like that, Poison, I like stuff like that. I have my style playing is because of those bands.
Right. And, it's kind of like, I don't think it's bad to have other influences outside of hardcore. Lord knows I have plenty, and all those are great bands, and like what people don't realize, and
Hatebreed,
yeah,
Death of the Desire, whatever that the first Victory one,
hard as fuck.
I mean, if you don't put that on, and if you don't beat the fuck out of somebody, or if you're in the car and you're not playing bumper cars on the freeway at 80, then something's wrong with you because that record.
If you ain't hitting the heavy bag and listening to Before Dishonor, you fucked up.
You know what? When I'm driving, I always have my hand in like picking guitar. Not that I'm a guitarist. Like I'll be driving.
I do that shit too.
The armrest, I have I pick the armrest. So it's like worn down in one spot. It's just funny because I listen to, it's just, Yeah, but hardcore's just you can't go wrong with Cro-Mags. All those bands that I listed are just dude. Cro-Mags, that record came out in '86. Victim in Pain was probably '84. I don't like any new bands. I mean, that's just. I'm sorry if Well, there's new bands like there's a band in New Zealand that they hit us up. Well, when I see bands wearing a One Life Crew shirt, I PM them. I said, "Give me your name, give me your address, size shirts." I'm sending you guys every time. Every time. And the reason is because all the stuff One Life Crew's gone through with the racism and people still wear it. You're a loyal motherfucker.
That's fucking awesome.
To stand by a group that got, what happened with One Life Crew, that they're racist.
Canceled. That was one of the earliest like cancellations, and as far as like hardcore is concerned,
so I make sure those kids are taken care of because you're a respectful person in my book.
Well, I'll tell you what. Like, if you are in the business of shirts, this would be a perfect opportunity to plug the new Tea and Fuckery shirts that I got here. Beautiful, next level. I printed them on higher quality shirts. They feel fucking amazing. Like
I own a clothing company and I use Canvas Bella, but I use Next Level when I can't get the Canvas Bella ones because the Canvas Bella ones are more. I like the heathered shirts, but they're awesome shirts. Yeah,
right. They didn't have any canvas.
One Life Crew, you better buy one of those shirts, people.
I'm buying one. Or we can trade if you're down to trade. What size you got?
I'm a 3X. Steve's like a 2X, but I'm gonna definitely.
I made a 3X. Yeah. Fucking. We always kind of talk about like films because that's the world. I come from hardcore and simultaneously like films and acting and stuff like that. So I always kind of talk to my guests about like films. Like how they feel about like. Is there anything good coming out today? Is there what are some movies of the past you like? Anything you want to recommend to anybody?
I'll say this. As an Italian, there's been a lot of Italian people dying from the Goodfellas casino.
Yeah.
Guy Paul
Sorvino
or something died yesterday. I'm like, but I'll tell you a show that and actually it's funny because I talked about with me, Steve, Animal Kingdom on. Hey, what's Animal Kingdom on?
I don't know.
Discovery?
No, it's not Discovery. It's like maybe TNT, I think.
Okay.
And this amazing. It's about these kids in California. They rob banks, they steal, they surf, they ride bikes, wheelie.
Oh yeah. I've heard of that one.
Great show for new shows.
Okay.
The Mayans and stuff like that. Even though the Mayans isn't really like Sons of Anarchy, I liked it. But those two shows.
Didn't Elgin James from?
FSU.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
he kind of made a name for himself as like a director now, which I think is pretty fucking cool.
They just got picked up for a 6th season. I just saw that.
Great.
But yeah, there's some good shows like on Netflix I watched, like the Upshaws with like a comedy. These new Chris. Oh, what's that guy's name? Kevin Hart. I like it. I like all the comedies. I like all the.
You like Bill Burr?
All the black comedy shows are like. See, my
favorite
band of all time. My favorite band of all time is NWA.
Hell yeah!
And so not that I'm gangster, but that's just and I'm good. I'm good friends with Wish from Bone Thugs and Harmony. I was at his wedding.
Oh, dude. Okay. When I talk about like modern rap,
hey, I'm racist. Music, I'm racist, but I'm really close with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
That's crazy how that works, right? Yeah. You're
pretty
horrible
no matter what.
Those we're talking about like newer music and stuff, I'm not a big fan of a lot of the newer rap. I kind of think Kendrick Lamar is pretty fucking awesome. I like Run the Jewels, shit like that,
No, all the new rap is just complete garbage. And Machine Gun Kelly, who's like a punk guy, who's a rapper, he's from Cleveland. In his first videos, I gave him some shirts. My nephew gave him some shirts, and he wore them in his videos. But now he's like a millionaire, gonna marry Megan Fox shoes. But he's pretty big. He's one of the biggest people in the world right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I don't know, man. It's It's such
Look
a
at these
weird,
rappers
like,
how they dress. Let me tell you something. I don't know what kind of pants you're wearing. Okay.
I'd
don't.
I'd rather not tell you.
I don't think men should wear skinny pants.
Oh fuck.
I'm just saying.
Fucking you man.
But you're from
sold me out.
LA.
Yeah, and see, it
Denim
works in
coat,
that way, you know.
Denim coat, and you got skinny jeans on, and that's okay. You're skinny. Fat guys with no ass don't look good. They look like a fucking no. I can take you through my closet. My closet's all army pants, black tees, white tees, Jordan sweatpants, and Jordan shorts. That's my. I was just telling her, I was like, dude, I don't even have a fucking pair of jeans. I got a couple suits for.
I don't do the skinny jeans when I'm at home. Like I just bum around in sweatpants, man. Like this is all like upper half of me, you know. So
yeah,
like
I wear ripped shirts and I'm comfortable.
So what I was gonna say about Bone Thugs was every time I talk about new like mumble rap shit, you know, like I always bring up Bone Thugs in that like Down 71, the fucking getaway, the beginning of that fucking song is hard as fuck. Like, you know, they were in the courtroom and shit, and then the dude's voice gets all like, you know, like that shit is fucking awesome. They got gunshots and grenades and shit. What the fuck happened?
I mean, they're more active now than they probably ever were, even though business.
No. I'm saying like to hip hop. Like, what the fuck happened to hip hop that got us from fucking
horrible?
You know,
look at those Island Boys. Look at the Island Boy. Those Island Boy guys.
Yeah, I didn't know they were hip hop guys. I thought they were just like IG stars.
Well, they were, but then they have a song. They're millionaires off that. And let me tell you something. I thought they were funny, and what maybe not even like. Think they're funny more is when people wear their pants right above the shaft of their dick and in the back way under their aft.
Right.
That is just that. I didn't want to say gay because I don't know you're not. I don't know if you could use that word, but that's disgusting.
It's gay. No, just say it's gay. Fuck it.
Like the Baby and all these guys, their pants.
Yeah.
Skinny pants like under your dude. No.
Yeah.
All these.
At least hike them up.
I don't know what happened. I like NWA. I like a couple Pac songs, Dr. Dre, obviously the Chronic, Old Snoop, you know what I'm saying? But all these other bands are just, I mean, they start as an IG star, and then they do their music because that's how they
or SoundCloud, yeah.
They make $1 million by being by Instagram fame and TikTok, whatever the fuck they do.
Yeah, and I mean, you know,
and I'm not mad. I just think it's not something like say me and you hung out. We're like. Okay, maybe we're not going to go to that Korean barbecue place. We don't know. Maybe we're not going to go to that restaurant. It's not that they're not good. We don't. That's not our thing.
Sure.
So instead of like being a dick, and then voicing your opinion and being listen, we all were assholes back in the day. So people want to that Chubby Fresh guy. He was a dick back then. I'm 52 in a couple weeks. Right. I don't give a fuck. I make money. I'm okay. I'm also 50 fucking two. Like I said, Steve has a bunch of money because he did stuff the right way. But me, you know, check to check. We're all check to check.
Yeah.
We go outside our means. That's what they make.
So you run a clothing company then, yeah?
Yeah, it's called Hometown Clothing and another one called Bike Styles.
Okay. Now, what does that like specialize in? Because I saw your email address and I was like, oh, this must be.
Well, Hometown's all Cleveland stuff. And I had a store in 18 years. I had a store until Dwid did that shit. I had a store 18 years. It's all Cleveland stuff. And then my Bike Styles brand, I go to bikes. I sponsor the top stunt riders I used to sponsor the top stunt riders in the world. So I'm getting back in that because there's no politics in that. You're not going to see BLM go waving their flag. Yeah. And he's a dick. He has a shirt that says fuck BLM. I wouldn't make a shirt that says fuck BLM. I wouldn't wear a shirt that says fuck BLM.
Right.
That's not anything I'm about. I don't even care about BLM. It doesn't say you don't care about black people. BLM thing is a total clusterfuck of you want. Listen, I want equal rights for you, me, this dog, a sheep, a cow, a deer, a baby of any color, shape, and size. Instead of the thing is in this world, instead of people fighting of the color of their skin, how about the one little guy who has no legs, is in a wheelchair, he has one arm.
Yeah.
Can he walk over to that kitchen? Can he run? Can he go play in the playground? No. But you're worried about something stupid. Mia, come here. This is my neighbor Mia. That's her. This is the girl that's on before. This is her daughter Mia.
Hey, how are you?
Gymnastics, volleyball, and cheerleading in one day.
How do you have that much time?
TikTok living legend, my girl.
Oh yeah,
I love her. This is my little buddy.
Hell yeah.
She's Italian. She's real moody sometimes, bro.
Nice. Oh, so that's where your family hails from, is Italy?
No.
No. I'm sorry. Sorry, I got it mixed up.
My father's family comes from Sicily.
Mm-hmm.
Which her family, Italy, they have the biggest bakery in Cleveland.
Okay, but Sicilians don't consider themselves Italians, though. No,
I'm American. You know what I'm saying? We joke around like
yeah.
Like I have Italian, like a little thing up here and stuff like that.
But I mean, like your relatives from the old country would never be like Italians, would they?
No. See, the old country in anything you do is way different now. I mean, old country is very date a person like us kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're Italian, you bring Italian home. I mean, and again, I would love for my daughter to date an Italian, just because that's the stuff we know.
Right.
But I mean, if my daughter dated a black or an Asian, I mean, dude, you had to sit down and talk about it like anybody. And if anybody on there says that's horrible, it's not horrible.
No.
You don't want. When you go outside of things, it causes problems. It may cause problems, I should say. But I would love for my daughter to date an Italian. I mean, if that's bad to say, then cancel me again, people. I would rather,
Yeah, it's like if they even attempt that, it's like, yeah, you're gonna cancel me for some shit like that, I'll fucking cancel you. Like,
dude, I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing, and I haven't said nothing. I've been going through a divorce for 3 years, and the thing with the mall and all that stuff, I haven't said one word on nothing.
It's good.
I'm gonna hit the mall.
That's really good.
Lawsuits. I'm gonna have, but I can't say anything because I'm going through my divorce. When my divorce is final, weeks. I'm you'll hear me.
Well, let's get back to like films, because like I don't.
Okay, I love all like Casino, Godfather, Goodfellas, Scarface, and all like Boys in the Hood, Menace Society. Those are my kind of movies.
Nice.
Like the Die Hards, but I like the comedies.
Okay.
Like more the black comedies are the best comedies.
I agree.
Because they could pull off anything. And let me give it one shout out. There's a comedian out there that he comes to Cleveland. I became friends with, not like boys, but he's good. I talked to him when he's there, bring him bakery. He's a comedian called Aries Spears. He was on Matt TV.
Aries Spears, yeah.
He's the best comedian ever. And he doesn't
He's
play
fucking hilarious.
And I'll say something about him. He talks about black, white, gay, everything. Because it's funny. You want to hear funny stuff. It's jokes.
Right. And there's just there's so much tension between everybody that just really just cuts through it,
I don't think a comedian should get special privileges, but I think that's their job, is to just make jokes. And so he talks white, black, and I mean black comedians, they just have a way of just, they get the get out of jail free card kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, my biggest influences as an entertainer, as anything, are black comedians and black entertainers. Like I could recite verbatim Eddie Murphy's Raw, Chris Rock's Roll with the New, like any of those, like that to me, like I don't geek out over a lot of people, but I think if I met like Eddie Murphy, I'd be like, oh my God, like.
Well, see, Eddie Murphy that's icon. That's Michael Jackson shit. Aries, Spears, Chris Rock, those are good guys. But Eddie Murphy, man, he's up on a top shelf. I gotta hold your little skinny ass up and get him. But
he's great.
I'm just saying,
dude. I mean, he was so I mean, I don't even know that they would consider it controversial back in the day because, you know, he's sitting there like, you know, calling all people sorts of like homophobic slurs and stuff. And, you know, like that would not fly in today's context of comedy. But it was funny, you know?
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
What do you think about the Will Smith incident?
I think he was totally out of fucking line. I think Will Smith.
If there had been why wasn't he arrested? Why wasn't he thrown on the ground on live TV and been arrested?
I couldn't tell you.
What if it was a white guy that attacked him?
Oh, it's lights out.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done. You know, like there's
that you talk about, but then when people say, "Oh, that's racist to talk about," if it's a white guy, no, that's just he shouldn't have been able to get an award that night. You should have been disbarred and thrown out.
I agree, and you
That's
know, like
assault.
that. Yeah, and Chris handled it like a real champ too. You know,
I
like
thought it was a joke. I was in bed, and I can never fall asleep, so I just get my phone. I was looking. There's all that stuff, and they smacked him. I was like, "What does he have a movie coming out? He's trying to get publicity."
That's what some people thought, though.
Yeah, but no. But then when he smacked him and Chris didn't move, and he's like, and he kind of went on. I'm like, when it was real, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, that wasn't acting. Yeah, and you know, like everybody's like, oh, he was all shook up. No fucking shit. Like he didn't expect fucking Will Smith to come. Yeah,
smack. I mean, that was a smack, but that was a heart. It's like that's you watch that slap fight stuff.
I've seen some of it. Yeah,
it's kind of fun. It's stupid. I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, he smacked. I mean, how do you know that you? I mean, how do you know that you didn't? He didn't break a fucking loose a screw up in his head. That's assault. I don't care that even if you're friends with the guy.
Yeah. I mean, like, and well, the fact that he didn't press charges about it just really shows the class of Chris Rock. You know, because I mean, I guess he technically could have.
What kind of example is it, though? What kind of example is that? You're allowed to go do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's true.
And your privilege card that you used on national TV.
Yeah.
So you use a privilege card to get out of jail.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. And I don't want to talk about stuff and open up trying to sound stupid, but that's okay. What?
No,
when your family, that tells your kids, oh, you're allowed to go assault somebody.
Yeah, the biggest thing that pissed me off about it was the fact that everybody was like, "Oh, she had alopecia," and he was defending his wife's honor, and I'm like, he's a comedian.
You're not defending dude. See right there, when people say that, you're not defending nothing. You guys are all friends in some way, shape, or form. Okay, I'm sure they had dinner before. They're whatever, but you're defending her honor, dude. He said something about. I mean,
yeah. It's fucked up supremely. And, you know, like the fact that comedians can't just, you know, say things uninhibitedly anymore. Here's the thing. Like, if you're going to tell an offensive joke, it's got to at least be funny, you know, otherwise 100%. It doesn't land.
Well, I didn't know what he was talking about, but then she lost her hair.
Yeah.
So then he said something.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, like, what the.
But still, it's like, should she be immune from any sort of jabs or jokes or anything just because of that? If anything, it's like, I think it'd be kind of funny. And like G.I. Jane was a fucking badass, you know? Like, so if anything, he kind of dapped her up a little bit, you know?
Okay, so here, let me ask you a question. It's a yes or no answer, young man.
Sure. All right.
Do you think that he meant any disrespect? Chris Rock?
No.
Towards Jada, exactly.
No.
So you ask 1 million people that, you're gonna get probably a handful of people on one hand. Hey, do you think that you saw that when Will Smith, the whole thing? Remember?
Yeah.
I'm hearing about it. I didn't watch it.
Okay, you watched it, didn't you? My girl's she's doing my laundry.
It was a slap heard around the world.
My bald head. I sleep. So she always says my pillowcase smells like a bald head. Who says that?
What would a bald head smell like? I don't know.
Fuck, a bald head.
Well, hey, Chubby, I'm gonna get going here, and it was a real pleasure to have you on, man. This was fucking awesome, and I would love to have you back someday.
Ridden Society LP.
I'm down, totally. I'll drop you my number. And yeah, like I said, perfect opportunity to like I said, I got these shirts. Next level, really nice, almost canvas, but I got them in sizes up to 3X in men and up to XL in women's. $20. And if you want a tie-dye, I have tie-dyes. They're $25. I know, hippie shit or whatever.
Hey, that's for the people who like what was that band? I forgot. What was that band?
Grateful Dead.
No. What's that band? The hardcore band, so it's not hardcore?
Oh, I think Turnstile.
Yeah, those are the Turnstile tees.
Hey, man.
Fine, you'll probably sell more of those.
Dude, they sold like fucking crazy. Like, and that's almost like a West Coast thing, you know, because like we could sell those motherfuckers for like as a plain tee for like, I'm giving away all the secrets. No, never mind. But yeah, Alyssa, so nice to meet you. Chubby, fucking, do you want to plug anything before you go? Like, do you want to plug any bands, any people, or?
I would love to plug stuff, but my girl's on break. I can't plug that. Disrespectful. You know what I mean? No, listen, here's the plugs.
Go for it.
Anything you do, I want to plug that company. Buy a shirt.
Yes, sir.
Crime Ridden.
It's happening.
2023.
3. Okay, that's a good.
Coming out
that's a really
July 4th.
On the TF Media Group.
Shake on it.
I'm shaking. Boom. Wait.
Okay.
There you go.
I just sent you over my cell number. Anything you like in this world, people, do whatever you want with respect and class. You're not going to like anything people do. People can say, again, with One Life Crew to this, we're 52 years old. We're not even relevant, but they keep, you know, a lot of bands still love us, but we're not relevant. So who really
They still dredge up the shit. Yeah,
but
exactly.
God bless you.
Well, Chubby Fresh, man. Absolutely.
No
God bless
smoking.
you too, sir.
Hey, no vapes anymore on the live feeds. We're done. That's a wrap.
Wait, boom, gone. Sir, so such great. Everybody, thank you all if you tuned in live. Like I said, pick up a shirt. Like, comment, share, subscribe, click on that bell. Hey, buddy.
This is
Say
Ginger.
Bye. Ginger.
Hey, God bless you, brother.
God bless you. Namaste. God bless.
One Life
Absolutely.
Crew 2023.
It's happening. Crime Ridden Society on TF Media Group. See you later, bro. Namaste. God bless. Peace.
Later.
Yo, I slayed them C's back in the rec room era. My style broke motherfucking backs like him for terror. Most rap niggas came loud but unheard. Once I pulled out, round them off to the nearest third. Check these non-visual niggas with tapes and a portrait. But the seminar trying to orbit this corporate industry. But what them niggas can't see must break through like the whoop unexpectedly. Protect your neck, my sword still remains imperial. Before I blast the mic, Rizzy scratch off the cereal. We rain all year round from June to June. My niggas bite immediately, if not soon.